quarantine. I don't like it. This is for the birds. I would rather be doing something else. But to be completely honest, the way it happened at my school, you had the choice to move out or not, and I chose to move out, even though I truly didn't want to. I've been staying on campus for like 3 consecutive years, except for like my first summer I was back at home. But after that, I've been staying on campus, and so I was very troubled when I had to go back home. Like, I was so sad because I was like, this is my life. Like, it has been my life for so long. For me to be on my own, be in my own space, and like be in control. And so I was just really devastated. I would like to go back to that. I would like to be on my own again. To be completely honest, there have been worse things happening. This is not the situation that I'm in right now is not a terrible situation. So there's no need for complaining or being bratty about it, but like, I'm not going to invalidate my feelings because I would like to be on my own again. Quarantine. Michigan has been, or our governor has been extending it by increments, like probably like 15 days max, 2 weeks, 2-week increments. And I'm sure this is probably going to go on until August. But I know that I will be going back to campus. First of all, I'm not going to be at home for my senior year in college. I think that this reopening the country thing is a very big danger. Even though I don't like being in quarantine, I personally feel like we need to be in quarantine for the entire summer. Yeah, that will take some of our summers away, but that's the least of our problems if we're dead or sick. But I know myself right now, like, I've just been going on drives, going on really long walks just to clear my head and get out of that space. At home, I feel like I'm creatively blocked, but I just don't feel like it's my space. And I need to get this out on camera because I've been silent for so long. It's time for me to let this go. I would like to be back on campus. After this quarantine, I will never take anything that I have for granted. Like, even while I'm in quarantine, I don't take for granted that I have a parent, a home. I don't take it for granted, but I would like to be back on campus. Just recorded the video. Maybe this will be a better angle for everybody because nobody see my face. But as a continuation of that video, or that first clip, when you have a taste of something that you've never had before and it gets I would say metaphorically taken away from you, and you don't know how to cope or you don't know how to deal with it, it feels like there's nothing that satiates that feeling afterwards, because you want that same type of feeling when you tasted that one thing and then it gets taken away from you. That's how I feel about being on campus. That's how I feel about it. Like, before, I was like, first of all, I didn't want to, when I originally started college, I didn't want to go to campus because it would just be, it would force me to change. It would force me to adapt. It would force me to be out of a comfortable space. And so I was opting out of it, but thank God I have a parent that advocates for those types of things. And so when I got on campus, I was like, I'm never going back home. And so there's a season for everything. And that season came to an end this past March. I know he ain't about to walk. Okay, I was about to say, I know you ain't about to walk in this store. Bruh. When I was first one here. But anyway, I'm tired of talking about Donald Trump. I'm tired of talking about Corona itself when we're living in it. And so I've been in this space for 3 years now, worrying about myself. Not saying that I don't worry about my parent, but I spent that time really just concerned about myself and about my personal growth. And I feel like after graduating college for my bachelor program and to go on and get my master's program, I'm not going to be at home. And I'm speaking that. I am speaking that because that's the next level of growth. And then I don't even know how to define myself outside of school, because school has been the only consistent thing, or it's been the only thing that I truly have control over. My brain, my learning, my ability to do work ethic, things of that nature. I have control over that. I have control over my weight as well, over my health. I have control over that. And so when I'm not in spaces where I think that, or where I can necessarily thrive in the way that I imagine it or the way that I do it, it feels constricting. It feels like it just feels like I've stopped, and now I'm making efforts, but not the efforts that I want to make. The gym is closed, baby. What am I gonna do? And so I feel helpless as heck, and I just sound like, I don't want to sound like this, but that is how I feel, and I need an outlet. But I'm just glad that I have that outlet, and I have that creative aspect of myself that's still there. Going to the gym is not going to be the same anymore. Working out will not be the same. Nothing will be the same. And that's the hard reality.